Santo Niño de Oro Parish History. Nestled in the heart of the commercial district of the city of Cagayan de Oro, Santo Niño de Oro Parish was canonically erected through a decree issued by Archbishop Patrick H. Cronin, SCCDD, on the first day of January in 1980. Due to an ever-increasing number of people and large territorial jurisdiction of her mother parish, the St. Augustine Cathedral Parish, Archbishop Cronin, with the consent of the diocesan consultors, saw the need to carve and separate an area circumscribed by the following boundaries. On the east by Bitanag Creek, on the west by Don Jose Mortula and Sergeant Vicente Valley Streets, on the south by Victoria Extension until the Bitanag Bridge, and on the north by Mapulay Street extending to Bitanag Creek. Thus, the parish of Santo Niño was born. The humble beginnings of Santo Niño de Oro Parish can be traced through the generosity of Attorney Angel and Mrs. Eldora Chavez in 1917. As devotees of Santo Niño de Cebu, they built a wooden chapel in his honor in a parcel of land they owned. That for and in consideration of the love and affection which the couple has for the Holy Infant Jesus and for their Christian Catholic faith, they transferred and conveyed unto the Catholic Church, represented by Archbishop James T.G. Hayes, SJDD, the real property with all the improvements including the Santo Niño Chapel, constructed thereon by the couple with the condition that it will always be dedicated to the infant Jesus. The deed of donation was notarized on January 5, 1971, before the Honorable Attorney Ruki in Milan. Eventually, the wooden chapel was demolished to give way to the construction of a bigger parochial church. Reverend Father Stanislao Su shepherded the people in this area from 1972 to 1980. He was followed by Reverend Father Jose G. Ingaran, who served from 1977 to 1984 and became the first parish priest when the Santo Niño Chapel was elevated to a parish status. 4 Canossian sisters arrived in the parish upon the invitation of Archbishop Patrick H. Cronin on June 16, 1983. They managed the House of Friendship, a temporary shelter for street children and unwed mothers. Another milestone in the life of the parish happened when, in 1984, the parish received the image of the first Filipino saint and martyr, San Lorenzo Ruiz de Manila. In 1985, Reverend Father Alfeo Villanueva, SSJV, succeeded Father Jose Ingaran. It was during his incumbency that the construction of the parish rectory, prayer room, conference room, and parish office took place. He ended his term in 1988. He was followed by Reverend Father Manolito Z. Antiporta, whose term lasted for 5 years, 1989 to 1994. There was no massive improvement undertaken since almost everything was already in place. A conflagration happened in May 1998 which razed to the ground the parish rectory and damaged a portion of the parish church. Father Walter Tapios, SSJV, who was the parish priest between 1995 to 2000, and Sister Betty Benavides, the parish pastoral chairwoman, together with the parishioners, worked hand in hand for the rehabilitation of the church. But even before the rehabilitation of the parish church was finished, the term of office of Father Walter Tapios, SSJV, as parish priest came to an end. Then, Father Pedro Sambilon, SSJV, came as the 5th parish priest of Santo Niño. Since the parish rectory was razed to the ground, Father Sumbilon resided in the convent of the Canossian Sisters, which they vacated when they transferred to their new convent in Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City. It was during the time of Father Pedro Sumbilon, SSJV, that the concrete perimeter fence was installed. He was the pastor of Santo Niño de Oro Parish from 2001 to 2006. Father Raul Magracia, SSJV, succeeded him and served the parish in 2007 to 2013. Various repairs and projects were undertaken, like the facelifting and beautification, convent repair, repainting of the church, renovation of the parish office, construction of the grutu, and the installation of the Santo Niño stained glass installed at the facade of the church. The coming of Reverend Father Ruel V. Bontol, JCL SSJV in 2013 up to the present saw tremendous projects such as the installations of color roof of the church, ceiling, iron grills, coppice shell windows juxtaposed with the stained glasses, side altars, renovation of the main altar, installation of 14 stained glass stations of the cross, new pews, acquisition of the new parish vehicle, and the construction of the new parish rectory, new parish office, and air-conditioned conference room. He was assisted by Father Tirjan Faborada for almost a year in 2014, when the latter left for further studies in Manila. It was also in 2014 that the chapel of Our Lady of the Holy Rosary of Manawag and Limkikay Center was blessed and opened. Regular masses are being celebrated in this chapel upon the approval of the Archbishop. Father Ruel was appointed as the first chaplain of the said chapel. Then came Father Elcon Magtrayo, SSJV, and he was assigned as the parochial vicar and chaplain of Xavier University Maria Reina Hospital. Today, the Santo Niño de Oro Parish continues to be a vibrant community in spite of the many challenges and social ills the parish encounters every day. The greatest fear that encountered in the recent years is the threat of demolitions. Many communities are already demolished and relocated to give way to massive developments in the area. High-rise buildings like condominiums, malls, and other commercial centers are mushrooming in the area, and yet the remaining small number of parishioners continues to pump life in the parish in their own little way through the formation of basic ecclesial communities. In order to respond effectively to the challenges of modern times, the parish started her computerization program of the parish records like canonical books and the family survey or profiling. The Gasabayag sa Diyos is still in the process. The parish looks forward in the near future when her long dream to have her own pastoral center will be realized. What the future holds for this parish, we do not know. But we know for certain that God, in His divine providence, will always make a way.